but I think the the whole industry now is at 5.7 trillion US dollars. So I'm very optimistic, especially as the Philippine economy continues to grow. I think that perhaps and perhaps after COVID, people's mindsets have changed. People now care more about themselves, are more self-conscious about how they look, and I guess they also want to feel more, confident. Well, I was much younger then, 1989, when my mom and her sisters founded Brunos Barbers. At that time, we were living in Ayala, Alabang. And if you're familiar with the village, it's quite a big village. And so parang the only option that we had to get a haircut was to either go to the country club, or you had to go outside of the village, where you had to travel to either Las Piñas or to BF Homes, which, if you're coming from inside Alabang, is quite a distance, right? We weren't members of the country club, and so my mom had to really take me to those places, to Las Piñas. And at that time, for a mom, I guess the standards of the store environment weren't too par. And so she decided to put up the first barbershop, our first branch in Alabang Town Center, now Alabang Town Center. Before, it was called Twin Cinema, in 1989. And then from that point on, I guess, the rest is history. We're now close to about 65 stores in the whole country. We have, of course, the usual platforms. We have Facebook. We're present there. We're also present in LinkedIn, social media. But a lot of it also comes from word of mouth. So usually when there is a new store opening, we make some form of announcement throughout our community, and then we let them know that there's this opening. So we'll have applicants come in. Well, we usually engage them. They're already skilled. No? So that's what we make sure of, that before they come into the system of Bruno's Barbers, that in fact the barber or the therapist is already skilled. From that point on, of course, we just try to enhance customer service. Also teaching them new products that we usually carry in Bruno's Barbers, that sort of thing. But generally, when they come in, they're already skilled. So it's just a fine-tuning part. Since the beginning, that I think that's very centered. The store environment for anyone, not just for mothers, was, I guess, to her standards, and to her sister's standards as well. And I suppose it's been a success, no? Because we have quite the number of stores currently. We continue to maintain that. We continue to innovate as well. And we try to make sure that we're on top of customer experience for each and every one of our clients. And of course, also for our workers. I think just financial prudence. So we were just making sure that, everything was in check. I know it sounds vague, but that's the only way I can describe it: financial prudence. And of course, that everything else would follow suit from that. Operationally, as you remember, there was ECQ, MECQ, all the CQs, and during that time we had different capacities that were provided to us by government: 10, 30, 70%. But in the beginning, March 20 till about June 7, we were closed for the entire time. So the whole network was not operating, and then we only got our first signs of life June 7, 2020. Yeah, but if you're asking me if we closed any stores from the pandemic, no, we didn't close any stores from the pandemic. We were lucky enough to be able to keep all of them. I suppose every year we experience some form of growth. Of course, as the business matures, it's just a different level of growth. But in terms maybe of the idea of a much bigger organization already, and that we had to start thinking of professionalizing. In our case, maybe when we were about 30 stores, and this was about maybe 10, 15 years ago. Of course, we always are very conscious of our store environment. We're still not at a level that that I want it to be, and hopefully we attain that level of excellence across all the retail stores. As far as hair trends, it's quite easy these days. You have social media, and of course, our manpower, the barbers and the therapists are easily updated. We have our own initiatives, like introducing to them new products that they can offer to the clients. But generally, that's how we do it. I think in the next couple of years, we're looking at opening about 10, 15 stores each year, next year, and the year after. Insofar as manpower engagement, I always say that we're continuously looking for people on a rolling basis. We have a number that we put in the organization. We're looking for about 200, just to give you a number. But generally, if there's an applicant willing to apply, we'll find a way, for as long as that the applicant is skilled and able to serve our clients' needs the way we want it. I'm optimistic about the future of personal care. In fact, just over the weekend, the Bloomberg article came out that said that the wellness industry, although wellness is a muddled up word, it means many things. It also means haircuts. But I think the whole industry now is at 5.7 trillion US dollars. So I'm very optimistic, especially as the Philippine economy continues to grow. I think that perhaps after COVID, people's mindsets have changed. People now care more about themselves, are more self-conscious about how they look, and I guess they also want to feel more, confident. So I think we have those good products in our store. I really believe that everyone has their own style of doing things, and in entrepreneurship, generally, there's no one way. But if I can think of any tip, it's really just hard work, a lot of hard work, determination also, and I really like using this word a lot. Like, you gotta enjoy what you're doing, because not every day will be a good day. You'll have some setbacks. You even have to find that enjoyable as well.